Hey guys, Chan here. Equities or options? A lot of people have been asking me, should I trade stocks or options? And that's a great question, but it's not that simple of an answer. There's multiple things that will contribute to your decision, deciding whether or not you trade options or equities. One of the things that captured me into trading options is the amount of gains that you're capable of achieving, even with a small movement in the underlying stock. For equities trading, I've been doing that for 6 years. It's actually one of the slowest growth type of trading that you could ever get, especially waiting for a trade to pan out exactly as you wanted it. Unless you're scalping, I think that trading equities is one of the slowest progressing things to do. But in options, even with a 1% move in the underlying stock, you're capable of achieving more than 10, 15, 20%, or even 100% dependent on the expiration date and your strike price. So there's a lot of things that go into options. It's not as simple as people make it sound. You have to understand the Greeks and also IV, which is implied volatility. Within that, you're going to find out how the contract price moves dependent on the underlying stock. Back to the point here, what should you do? So when you decide to trade options or stocks, I think one of the critical aspects you have to think of is whether, one, if you're capable of handling the volatility within the options market. Two, if you have the time for options trading versus stock trading. For stock trading, you could let it pan out. You could, swing it for a long period of time. Whereas options, you might have to monitor it very closely because it's so volatile that it'll move up and down rapidly. Another thing is, a benefit of stock trading is that if anything, you could actually decide to keep that stock and just let it be and invest into it, or transfer it over to your investment account and deal with it that way. Whereas options, there's always an expiration date attached to it, and your contract will die slowly even as the days go by and nothing's happening to the underlying stock. For a stock, if a stock just stays flat and just chops, you're going to see minimum P&L movement because your stock is still not moving. But for an options contract, you see a lot of, even though the stock is staying flat, you see a decrease in price on your options contract because of data, which is time decay, and implied volatility if that's affecting your contract. Is it for you? It depends. I would say that if you are an options trader or want to be one, you should have somewhat of an experience in trading stocks at first, because once you understand the movement between the two, you would at least be more successful in options trading than you would be in stocks. If you're looking for exponential gains or whatever, then options will be for you, but it's extremely risky and I don't think anyone should go into it blindly. There's a lot to learn. And definitely within this YouTube channel, if you check out the videos that we have, there's a lot of options trading videos that you could take advantage of. I'm glad you're actually in this video first to try to understand which path you should take. My YouTube's most likely going to just be talking about options, as that is what I do now mainly. So I do think that beginners should actually do stocks first, whereas if you have some sort of experience, you could start trading options when you're comfortable.